The Red Hatchback. An impressive, emotional, if obscure, in the sense that it's likely to have a limited audience outside Iran, at least. Maybe in Iran, with its many millions of people, it has millions of viewers. I hope so, inshallah. It doesn't have the magnitude, wait, the artistic size, the splendor, let's say, of Termina, better known, well distributed films like A Separation. This is what comes to mind. One of a series of phenomenal Iranian movies. Acclaim, winner of the Oscar for the best foreign film, together with a few others, creating some political moments. Well, there are many at the Oscars in recent years, and that's good. They take a stand. It's also true, mentioning this, that Bill Maher has a point when he says that this is going too far with the ratio, with percentages, with what one Kirstie Alley, Scientologist, and that was the joke. If they've reached the point where a Scientologist is is wise and telling them what to do, saying that nobody thought of telling Picasso or Dali what to put on the canvas, but now it seems the percentages, the diversity is to be cherished, and they have to move on with that. But on the other hand, that seems to be absurd. So, speaking of political moments, the United States of Erica, as from Eric, King of Norway, or Eric, one of the successors, maybe the US of E, will have a dynasty from now on. Who knows if the Republicans keep adding to the Supreme Court and grabbing power, even if they have many fewer votes, millions of votes less than the Democrats. So US of A, US of E had problems with Iran, which is theocracy of some kind of a bizarre, rather dictatorial regime, actually. And this is mentioned in the movie, The Red Hatchback. So, with among these tensions, artists from both countries cherished each other, and the Iranian movie went on to be one of the quite a few in the recent days. I'm also thinking Kuristami, Taste of Cherry, Blackboards. Is this? I think it's also this is also Iranian, with teachers carrying the blackboards in the countryside, in places where there are very few educational centers, let's call them that, schools. So, returning to this, it's a very sad story, not with the Hollywood ending, that's for sure. And we have this father who is trying very hard to fulfill a promise made to his child that he will get a car, a real car, a red hatchback. Alas, the currency is tumbling again. I mean, amid political tensions, sanctions against Iran. They had a deal, but then the very stable genius went out of it. It's also true Iran is not doing the right things, and they're on in the background on television, accusations against the West and some things, but they don't go into that too much. I'm pretty sure censorship will not allow that. And anyway, this is a personal story on almost all levels, even if private lives are affected by what goes on in the society at large. So when the currency tumbles, he cannot, the man who has saved so much, cannot think of a car. So in consequence, he buys a little one, one with an engine in which his son can drive around. I mean, and it's a playground, supervised by the father. But that's not satisfying for the for the boy who had another promise. The parent tries as much as he can, but the firm says, look, you have to try and move on, and children will forget, you know how they are. But tensions come to a climax when is it 11 coins, 9 coins, precious otherwise, disappear from the desk of a manager. And because he is the janitor somehow, and the one also makes tea, cleans the place, but lowest in rank, I suggest, I think. And so pressed with money, they also knew that. And putting in the puzzle some information, circumstantial and wrong, let's just say that, they make a picture in which he's a suspect and then eventually charged, accused of having stolen coins, property. It just happened that he had to get two for himself, and that's in the black market, because they try and control currency rates, trading in certain, almost all goods, I don't know, certainly these coins. And it happened that he had to get two, and they believe that these are just two of the missing 9 or 11. He went to a dealer. Oh, you went to a dealer, but let's say like in Goodfellas. So you rob the place and then you're trying to get a car. Famous scene in which De Niro is telling me, "Are you idiots? Are you a I don't have the code, but you don't go and buy. I told you buy nothing." So anyway, he says, "No, I don't have the money, but my son loves cars, so we just went to see a car, and they went for a test drive actually, but they don't have the money to buy it." Anyway, to just limit this to a short note, which is what it's supposed to be, they don't believe his story, and they place him in a dilemma. They still say, "Okay, you confess, you write a letter of regrets. I'm sorry. I will take it out of my future pay to the boss of the firm, and I regret." So confessing and moving on and paying something which he has not stolen actually, or he goes to jail and loses everything. So think of your child. So he has a, what do you mean you want me to confess I'm a thief? But I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't stolen. But he has to think of that. So a very good, interesting movie, much better than say any of the Fast and the Furious. I'm saying this even without seeing any of them. I know what's going on in there, more or less. But anyway.